Happy friggin' Saturday, everybody. It's 4 hours till midnight here in the Mile High, and I am stoked to be back once again with you. And hopefully I didn't just clip the crap out of my audio. I was excited. Forgive me. I was excited because it's been, what? It's been a week? A whole week. I've gone 7 days without talking to you, my friends, without connecting with the knife community. I've been posting a little bit here and there. I've been more selective recently on the topic of what content I want to create. I'm trying to just focus on content that I really, really want to make instead of pushing out a video a day, 2 videos a day. Some of these channels do that. They took a right-hand turn. I'm taking a left. And I'm taking a left because at the end of the day, this is not a job. This is my hobby. I do this because I enjoy it, because I have a passion for it. And some passion projects take a little bit longer to make than others, especially, with the way that my life has been going. I've been so busy and so much is going on behind the scenes that people just don't see. Sometimes I got to take a day, and that's what happened last week. I was totally fine. I wasn't sick. Didn't have the Rona this time, thankfully. But now we're back, baby, better than ever. And we're going to go ahead and start saying hi to the good people in the chat, starting with my man, Marco. First person in the chat. I knew it was only a matter of time before Marco would be back on top as the first person in the chat. Marco, thank you for your dedication to that spot, and thank you for being a channel member. Shout out to Bluetooth Blades, another channel member in the house, another burgeoning channel in his own right. Welcome into Ground Fog. Bluetooth Blade says, watching Expendables 2, outstanding. I haven't seen that in a long time. I might need to revisit. We'll see. Welcome into Jim. Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for being a channel member. Thanks for supporting. Welcome into the Ponds. Good to see you as well. We've got the Night's Edge. Hey, shout out to Neil from the Night's Edge. I know. I'm going crazy with the sound effects. Says, love you, Rolly. Love you too, Neil. And congrats on the recent milestone. Congrats. What was that? 2K? Like it was nothing. Give my man a round of applause. I already did, but you definitely should clap in front of your screen and make everybody in the recent vicinity wonder why you're clapping. Do it. Don't ask questions. Just do it. Congrats to the Night's Edge for another awesome milestone. I'm not surprised. Good people always find a way to rise to the top. Let's see. Leafy Wiggy, welcome in. Good to see you. We're scrolling. Neil McKenzie, another channel member in the house. Thanks for being a channel member, Neil. Good to see you, my friend. The Pond says, if I get human trafficked by the Yakuza, I went willingly after too much sake. Well, you know what they say, sake in, sake out, right? Oh, sake. Blame it on the sake. Welcome into Craig Vincent, another channel member. Good to see you, my friend. Mike Jernick in the house. Good to see you as well. Hold on. The chat jumped. It always jumps. I wish it wouldn't, but it does. And Ian Coates. Shout out to Ian, channel mod, channel member. He says, Daddy needs a full track. Man, you and me both. But they're not exactly easy to come by. I saw you posted a picture. I saw you posted a picture in the Discord. Is that just clickbait? It looks good. I want one. I also wouldn't mind a half track, although I have heard that the ergos on the half track aren't the greatest. It's kind of hard to take people's opinions on ergos because everyone's hands are different sizes. Your fingers are different sizes. Some people have massive hands, but like these little spindly fingers. Some people have, really, really small hands, but sausage fingers. I don't know where I'm going with this, but my point is that even though I've heard that the half track, the Hinderer half track, has terrible ergos, it's hard for me to give that any stake, because I don't know, maybe my hands will like it better. Welcome into Mark Parks. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Knife Nut 69, another channel member in the house. He says, I'm pretty sure I saw full track on Blade Binge. Well, we will have to investigate that now, won't we? We'll have to check that out. If it's on there, it's probably far from cheap. Welcome into Jim Turgliafair. Good to see you, man. Rainy, what's up? Welcome in. Let's see. Ian says, Blade HQ has my dream in Cosi. I might just do it. Don't think. Thinking is the last thing you want to do. Because you know what happens, right? Is you think about it and you get the deer in the headlights. Like, that's what happens. You get the deer in the headlights. Someone else buys it. And then you end up on a website like Blade Binge or eBay or Knife Swap, and you end up spending more than you really should have. Don't ask me how I know. Hey, and shout out to the Knight's Edge for being a channel member for 9 months. Hey, congratulations, brother. And thank you for supporting the channel for the last 9 months. And I know for a lot longer than that as well. He says, you're doing the Lord's work, brother. Keep it up. We're not going anywhere. I might miss a live every here and there, but we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep it rolling, dude. Thank you so much for all the support. Marco says, curate that content. And while you're at it, guys, make sure to smash the like button. Do it for me. Let YouTube know that we're live, baby. All right. Ian says, if I loved Alien Romulus, what's the next best Alien movie to check out? Alien movie, I think it's called Pandora. It's like it's kind of like a Lost in Space mind trip of a movie. Is it called Pandorum? I don't know. I think that's what it's called. But that's my favorite Alien movie. Let's see. Hey, welcome into Pocket Razors, another channel member in the house. Another channel. What's good, Pocket Razors? Good to see you, my man. If I know Pocket Razors, he's probably munching on a oatmeal raisin cookie as we speak in defiance, because he knows that I don't like them. Did you guys know, by the way? So my wife, because we're in at the same house, she hears my live streams. And she is now very much aware of the ongoing civil war on my live streams between people that like raisins and people that don't. And she knows that I don't like raisins. So there I am sitting on the couch the other day, and she throws 3 boxes of, you guessed it, raisins. She's like, you should, for your next milestone, you should open up a pack of these bad boys and eat them on camera. I was so disappointed. But I might do it. We'll see. I mean, I would much, if I'm going to go ahead and eat something on camera for the entertainment of the masses, I'd much rather do something like crazy, you know, like a Reaper pepper, Ghost pepper, something from the Hot Ones show. Give me a box of raisins. Stop it. Ian says, excuse me. Ian says, I want that full track. Of course, it's from a post Brent shared on Facebook. Sounds dangerous, man. Jim Miller says, I have little bitch hands. We accept all hands types here, Jim. And I doubt it, because I've seen the area that you work in. I've seen the cattle in the background, the green fields. I doubt it. But we accept all hand types here. Ian says, I have forklift certified hands. Those are the best. Welcome into Rhodey. Thanks for being a channel member. He says the ranch site full track drop was tonight. What? I had no idea. NFK20 says, girls kiss other girls and no one bats an eye, but when I say give my homie a kiss, Goodnight Society says I'm gay. Listen, what you do in your free time is your business. Take care of business. All right. Ian says, I have decision paralysis. Don't think. If you stop, if you get the deer in the headlights look, it'll be too late and you'll be left with regret. The Night's Edge says, someone told me in my comments today, dude, you have dwarf hands. My reply, thank you. I'm glad someone finally noticed. Are you a dwarf as well? The comment section gets wild. It gets wild. My favorite are the people that don't actually watch the video. They just see a knife video pop up and they're like, why don't you carry a knife? Why don't you carry a gun like a real man? Like, you don't know what's in my pocket. You don't know what's on my, you don't know what's on my waistband. But further to the point, have you ever tried to open up a package with the Glock? No. The comments section, man. Don't get me started. Knife Nut 69 says, let me help Ian Coates. Be a man, get it. You can always sell a Curator. Oh. Not the Curator. Not the Curator. He said we're going to keep rolling. Rollshambo. Yep. Dad joke, Kevin. I try not to let it infect my brain, but it's happened. You know, I heard a good one today, and I know I'm probably going to see the viewer count drop when I say this. But do you know why they can't hold any races in Finland? Because every line is a finish line. That's the last dad joke I'll tell tonight, I promise. Hey, shout out to Bluminati Ninja. You're my boy, Blue. Connoisseur and collector for 10 months. Thank you for all the support, Blue. And Blue has been an amazing supporter, too, in those 10 months. Thank you so much. What a great member of the community, and not just my community, but all communities. He's everywhere. He says, happy Saturday, gang. Well, happy Saturday to you, Blue. Thank you for supporting, and thank you for being a channel member for 10 months. Appreciate it, man. The Night's Edge says, comments are the shat. You might be giving them a little bit too much credit, to be honest. All right. Welcome into Mike Upchurch. Welcome into the... Did I already say hi to the Knife Plebe? Knife Plebe, welcome in, brother. In case I didn't say hi already, good to see you. He says, have you heard about the Tonic 1? And if so, do you know what time it drops tomorrow? So I was going to talk about that because I saw that you left it in the live stream featured questions. Nobody uses that, so I rarely check it, but I actually did check it tonight. I was going to answer that. The Ticon 1. Ticonic is the name of the brand. Okay. So I'm going to say this. I am confused because supposedly they have a website. I can't find it. They're supposed to drop. I can't find that information anywhere. It seems like RS Knife Works and Tough Knives, which is Jeff Blauvelt, are just posting all this stuff from their current Instagram pages, right? But I have yet to see a website, but apparently they have one. I am confused. I am just as confused as you are. So my suggestion would be go to RS Knife Works Instagram, go to Tough Knives Instagram, and just keep an eye on that. Because I would be highly doubtful that at the very least they don't give us some more information there. It's one that I want to check out. I want to check it out. I reached out to Tough Knives and I said, hey, could we get it on the channel? He said, maybe, we'll see. So I don't know. If I can get in on it, I will, because I definitely want to check it out. You guys already know how much of a huge fan I am of the Vosteed PSYOP, which is based off of the Tough Knives PSYOP. And the Ticon 1 it looks like a PSYOP, right? It even has the top liner lock because the OEM for Ticonic is Vosteed. So it looks like the PSYOP, but it has the compound grind design from RS Knife Works, which old hats in the community know that Rob Santascalchi is a freaking wizard when it comes to his compound grinds. And so it's really cool that we've basically got this blade shape with this lock, my favorite lock ever, you know, button operated compression lock, with some crazy grind language on the blade. Come on now. Now I won't be, here's the thing, guys, like this knife right here, if you know how I feel, you know that I believe that this is 100% a knife of the year contender. But then they had to go and throw that into the mix with the Tycon one. I have to get it on the channel at some point because I have to find out, like, did they take this to the next level? Is that going to knock the Psyop out of the running? Because it's very similar, but with certain differences. I don't know, but it's one that I'm very, very highly interested in as well. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of answers. Just know that you're not the only one with a lot of questions. All right. Bluetooth Blade says, I have one little bitch hand and one hand so big that your whole bloodline will feel it. The hand conversation. It's good. It's good. NFK20 says, so how come when you go on Spyderco's website, you can't buy sheet? Because they do most of their work through retailers. It's the truth. They do most of their sales through retailers. They don't really have a need to sell stuff on their website, which I like. At that point, why even have a store on your website if that's the way you're going to look at it? I don't know. I know that I've only ever seen mules, their Spyderco mule team, for sale on their website. Maybe they should just sell that. Hey, shout out to Pocket Razors for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. He says, no defiance, Rolls only respect. Spartan, kick that like button, everybody.
Are you not entertained?
Appreciate it, man. I like a good old fashioned back and forth. It keeps things interesting. You know, even if you're sitting there mowing down on an oatmeal raisin cookie, I got nothing but love for you and yours. Thank you so much for supporting Pocket Razors. We definitely appreciate it. Hey, shout out to Bluminati Ninja for coming in hot with the 5 gifted memberships, and congrats to the Pawns, NFK20, Nick EDCR, Derek, and Lone Star Tallboy. I didn't even see you lurking in the shadows, Lone Star, but congrats on the channel membership. And thank you so much, Blue, for all the support, man. Seriously, thank you. We definitely appreciate it. All right, I'm trying to catch up, guys. Hold on. The Night's Edge says, I am Amazon sending Bluminati Ninja an alarm clock just to get my channel memberships up. Oh, man. You guys are crazy. Rainey says, I like JRW, but in my opinion, curators are dumb. So they're like a worry stone, right? And it's a collector's thing. So on one hand, I understand, you know, people like that kind of thing. On the other hand, I can't, like, and I'm in no position to judge people, by the way. If you have a Curator Flex or whatever, and that's your thing, and you love carrying it, and, you know, it looks good in photos, and it feels good to run your fingers over it, or you just enjoy it for what it is, cool. I get it. It's not for me because my pocket space gets taken up by other things. And I've got an upcoming video that's going to be releasing soon about one of those extra things that I would carry that's not a knife, that is what many would consider to be pocket trash, that I know that many people would look at and say, I would never spend $150, $200 on that. And I already know that that's what's going to happen in my comment section. I know from experience. Just like I know that if I post a video about a Chinese made knife, somebody will head to the comment section and say, that's cool, but it's made in China. And then if I post a video about an American made knife, that person's evil doppelganger will be in the comment section saying something like, It's too expensive. Did you know you can buy these 50 other Chinese knives for half the price? Opinions, right? Opinions. That's why I've decided to no longer let public opinion determine what I'm going to make content on. I'm just going to make content on stuff that I enjoy, and maybe people will share in that enjoyment, maybe not, but the comment section will always be there, reminding me that someone does not agree. Miranda says, I can sell you half a grinder. Oh, the Curators do look like that, don't they? I mean, what's a grinder? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're scrolling because I'm getting away from things. Hey, shout out to the Night's Edge for the gifted membership. Thank you, man, and congrats to Rainey who picked up that gifted membership. Congrats. Hey, shout out to Brandon Sutton, says Rollshambo. I'll read any comment within reason. Sometimes without reading it first. Welcome into David Jewell. Good to see you. All right, guys. So I keep scrolling. I'm trying to catch up. I was caught up and then it got away from me. Craig Vincent says, I bought a Vosteed chef knife this week. It has no pocket clip. If it did, I would carry it. The nerve, the audacity, not putting a pocket clip on a chef's knife. What are they thinking? I've never tried anything but their pocket knives. I've only ever been satisfied with the work that they put out, though. Jim Miller says Lefty did a takedown of the Tonic. He did. That's actually the first place that I heard about it. I saw his Instagram video. Hey, welcome into Addicted to Blades. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining in. All right. I'm just gonna pop down. I know I'm gonna be missing some chats, but I'm just gonna go ahead and catch up. Hold on. Ian says, I have 30 billion Curator flexes. Must have gotten all that Miranda didn't buy. I also don't buy them, but I know that people hunt for those. Welcome into O Lefty Knife Guy. Good to see you. Thank you for being a channel member. He says, dang China stuff. Look, the passion at which some people hate on Chinese made knives is purely, it's comedy is what it is. I get that, people have strong opinions, especially in any hobby where collecting is a part of it. People will have strong opinions. The whole country of origin thing, it kills me a little bit on the inside because there's stuff to love made in every country in the world. Every single country in the world makes something that you can love. And when it comes to knives, I know that some people don't like knives made in China because it comes from a communist country, a country that some say has only our worst situation in mind. China wants to absolutely throttle everybody when it comes to business. They want to be the primary exporter of the world and have a chokehold on business. And some of the ways that they go about that is less than moral. On the other hand, I look at the way that our country goes about business. We used to be an industrial powerhouse, and in many ways we still are in certain sectors. However, the United States has taken a step back in regards to a lot of things. I think that there's a lot of American companies that lean on the flag and expect us to pay 2 to 3 times more than we should for the sake of their profit margins without actually improving anything. Looking at you, benchmade, and it makes me wonder, is all of this loyalty, is all of this, I won't call it patriotism because I don't think that it is it misplaced? We'll sit here and we will scan through videos and we will leave 10 paragraph long comments about how, you can't support it because of where it's made. But where's the support from the American-made companies? Where's, there needs to be something there. I have a lot of love for American-made companies, even if their prices are high, that try new things, that break the mold in some way, that try to raise the bar in some way. And the fact of the matter is, we just have a lot of companies that refuse to do that. They'll sell you the same knife at 200% inflation from what it cost 3 years ago, and expect to lean on the flag and say, but it's made in America. I'm a consumer. I'm a collector. That kind of thing just kind of hurts me on the inside a bit, because I have such a great love for American-made knives. I just want to see our knife companies, our American knife companies, do a good turn for the people that support them so hard. And when they don't, and they just raise their prices, and they don't come out with anything new, and they don't innovate, and they don't give us a reason to continue rooting for them, that upsets me. All right, monologue over. All right, hold on. Welcome into Blade Shooter G. Says, I so want a PSYOP, but I'm knife poor right now. Bought a Tri-Stash, an Excalibur, and a Quiet Carry large drift. Damn. That is a nice amount of pickups, man. I'll tell you what. Like, this one was not one that Vosteed sent me. This is one that I did purchase myself, and I have absolutely no regrets. This year, I've been focusing really hard on buying American-made knives because I really love them and enjoy them. This is one of the few non-American-made knives that I bought earlier this year, and I absolutely love it. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, a knife of the year contender. The PSYOP. I have no regrets. I don't regret getting this with the milling instead of the contouring. Some people love the contouring more. The blade shape is good. The ergos are good. I like the way that they position the hardware. I like the fact that the pocket clip doesn't show screws. The one thing that I would point at and say, why did they do this, is the lanyard hole. Like, I get it. Some people do still put lanyards on their knives. It didn't need to go through the scales. They could have put it through the backspacer. Like, you've got this beautiful milling, or, if you got the other version, contouring, and you're going to put a lanyard hole through it? Seriously? It's a nitpick. But this is sweet. And I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made with my other... I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made with my RS Chaos. This one is not going to get sold. Love this knife. So if you want one, I would say get one. I can't recommend this knife enough. I put my own money where my mouth is. I made several videos on it, and I'll probably make a few more before the end of the year. Absolutely a contender. Can't recommend it enough. Great knife. Ian says, I can think of one person that their whole personality is to hate on Chinese knives. I can think of a few. I really can. Knife Plebe says, and I have been a paying member and it shows me as a plebe. I don't know what to tell you. I don't get to choose the names. Hold on. Hey, welcome into Rebel Rouser. Thank you for being a channel member. Good to see you, man. Knife Plebe says, am I annoying anyone? No. I'm hard to annoy. And I'm usually the one doing the annoying. I will sit at home fidgeting with knives all the time. So no, definitely not. Hey, Crazy Roach. Good to see you, brother. Welcome in. He says, people hating on Chinese or any other knives are probably driving a foreign car or posting that comment on their foreign-made phone that they probably also spent too much money on. Like, it drives me nuts, the level of hypocrisy. Like, we'll sit here with our moral standing being like, how can you support communist China, and typing out that comment on your Chinese-made phone in your vehicle with parts that were probably made in most other countries, not here. You know, even the good old boys, the Fords, the Chevys, the Dodges, they're not 100% made here in the United States either. Even if most of their parts are, like, it's impossible to ignore the rest of the world these days when it comes to where our products are made. There's some options. It's just the level of hate that people bring to the table. I'm like, who has the time for this? I don't have the time for this. Welcome. David Jewell says, from Jimmy Crow surprised me and I like the colors. I just entered in a conversation. I have no idea what's going on. Jim Miller says, I wanted the black pearl, but they went in less than 30 seconds. I think that's because there was only a small amount. I think there was only like 50 black pearls. If you guys want to know what we're talking about, I'm just going to say it. I'll say it. DVO Tallboy, all versions sold out at all locations in less than 30 minutes. And if you want to talk about a knife of the year contender, this is insanity how good this is. Like, this has been a knife that's been hard to keep out of my pocket. And you can tell because I've already started dinging up the pocket clip and stuff. Like, I'll try to show you, but S90V at 60 to 62, camo carbon fiber, all the options look good. It doesn't matter if you got a black pearl, a purple nurple, if you got the dark mode, if you got the titanium version, if you got the 80s camo carbon, they all look good. My favorite, of course, the purple nurple. The DVO Tallboy. This is probably one of the premier releases of the year, easily. And they're coming out with another one here in October. And actually before that, they're coming out with the nip slip. So if you like the DVO nip and you wanted to get in on the nip slip, those look fantastic. Those I think are at the end of this month. I should know. I think it's like the 25th. And then in October, we're getting the Fireball, which is the Stasa DVO Knives collaboration, which also looks really good. And it's also going to be the same price as this. So for anybody that missed out on the Tallboy, don't fret, because the Fireball looks like that one is also going to be a contender. At this point, I think DVO is just competing with themselves for, you know, making a really amazing knife. If you missed out on the Tallboy, the Fireball is coming in October, and that one looks like that could definitely be a contender. It's going to be hard to beat this, and I will do a direct comparison when that comes in. I will. It's going to be really hard to beat the Tallboy. I'm just going to say that. But if they were to come out with another knife that would do that, the Fireball might do it. We'll see. I'm going to check it out. We'll find out. All right. NFK20 says, you ever walk past a big group of like 6 or more black dudes and get scared? No, I don't. I'm in Denver, you know, the Mile High City. We've got all kinds of people. It's a pretty well integrated place. Doesn't bother me at all. Rebel Rouser says, nice, I got the purple flow. Yeah, the purple nurple in purple flow camo carbon fiber is fantastic. I love it. Purple's not for everybody, but honestly, I love it. Yeah, Jim says, went in less than 30 minutes. I counted. I was at work and I should have been working, but instead I was checking all the different locations because I had an internal bet with myself. I titled my video. I said, these are going to sell out. We were right. It's a pretty safe bet to make, though. It's a pretty safe bet to make. 25 minutes was what I counted, and I was probably off by a minute or two. It was probably more like 23. I think the one that lasted the longest was the dark mode from Blade Binge, which surprised me because a lot of people liked that one. It could have also been that they had the most stock. That could be the reason why that took the longest. Sometimes it's not preference, it's availability. And the fact that they all sold out that quickly tells me that there is a super high demand. Lefty has mentioned that he's going to do another run of Tallboys next year. Or could be early next year. We'll find out. Will it be the same versions? Will he come out with different camo carbon fiber versions? I have no idea. But if you missed out and the Fireball ain't for you, the good news is that there will be another run of Tallboys sometime in 2025. I think probably early first quarter. Hey, thank you, Mark Parks, for being a channel member for 10 months. He says, but the Benchmade Narrows is new. Don't get me started on the Benchmade Narrows, man. Some people love it. Some people love it. It's not for me. All right. We're going to jump in the chat. Let's Play with Knives. Welcome in. He says, missed that Tallboy, darn it. A lot of people did. I don't think that the community understood how fast it was going to go. I didn't give a whole lot of notice either, because when I got this out of the box and I started really, really enjoying it right away, I knew that if I just did a recording, unboxing, that I would be one of those people that was like, this is the best knife ever, at having just taken it out of the box. So instead, I told Lefty, I'm like, dude, my review is going to be right before the release, because I'm about to say some things about this knife, and I want to truly believe it if I'm going to say it. And, you know, I had this for about a week. I posted some pictures, posted some TikToks. If you're not following me on TikTok, find me on TikTok. I'm there now. I'm not doing like full length content. I'm just doing like daily pocket carries. So I posted some photos and stuff, but I wanted to reserve my opinion for as long as I could, because when I say that a knife, in my opinion, is one of the best knives in a certain price range that I've tried out this year, I want it to mean something. And I also don't want to find out 3 days later that all of a sudden I disagree with myself. That's one of the reasons why I don't do a whole lot of unboxings and first impressions, like first reactions videos, because when I talk about it, I want to know. And I've got to say that my opinion has not changed on this at all. In the $100 to $200 range, this is unbeatable. It's unbeatable. The DVO Tallboy is that good. Nailed it on every level as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of new knives, this one also dropped recently. This is the new Three Rivers Manufacturing Bulldog. This is the model that they're going to be replacing the TRM Shadow with. So all the shadows are done. They've done their final runs on those. You know, unless they decide to bring it back for like a blade show or something. But the Bulldog just came in. Content on this coming soon on the new TRM Bulldog. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you like American-made knives, if you like function-forward design, TRM does a really good job of that. And I'll have my review on this guy, the new TRM Bulldog, coming very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Ryan says, I got the purple and the Timascus kit pumped for delivery. Me too, man. I've been checking the tracking. My Timascus kit is on the way. Should be here sometime early this week. But when it comes in, I think I will, in fact, do a disassembly and installation video. Why? Because I can. I think it's going to look great, though. I'm really excited for that. Rhodey says it will shift next few years as China changes. Then we will all be bitching about India or the Philippines. People have to have something to complain about. All right. Bluetooth says, I'll get the Tallboy and the Wee Nefaris someday. I'd be willing to bet, given how quickly all of these sold out, that somebody's going to post one up for sale on Blade Binge. I just keep an eye out there. And if you want one, I'd be willing to bet that they become available. This one won't. This one's not. I'm not selling this one. I'll tell you what. This one is 100% a keeper. But somebody will inevitably be like, it's not what I thought it would be. It's not for me. And they will turn around and sell it. So you could probably find a good one on the secondhand market here shortly. Whenever a knife model sells out, it always happens. So just keep an eye out for that. But don't buy one that someone is scalping. If you see it at an inflated price over $200, it's not worth it. I don't care if it's brand new in box. I don't care if it comes with, you know, a Beanie Baby or whatever, or free coffee from Starbucks. If they're selling it for more than what it sold for the day it was brand new, don't support scalpers. Just don't do it. Ryan says DVO is already committing to another round of Tallboys. They are. So one of the things I like about DVO Knives, you know, shout out to Lefty.edc, shout out to Colin from DVO. One of the things that I like about them is that they're not doing pre-orders anymore. They're putting their own money in to order the inventory up front. And it's hard when you do that because sometimes you don't necessarily know how popular a model is going to be. Like, you can ask the general public, you can show them a prototype and be like, oh, you know, are you interested? But it's hard to gauge because if you order too many, then your money's on the line and it's sitting for a long time. Sometimes that's just lost money. If you order too little, all of a sudden you have a large group of people that are disappointed that weren't able to get one and they wanted one. And when you have a model release like this, where every single model sells out in less than half an hour, that's an indicator that they probably could have ordered twice as many and probably still sold out. So yeah, I'm not surprised at all that Lefty and Colin are going to do another round of Tallboys. And if I was them, I would order enough to have a standing inventory, because when people start figuring out just how good this is, they will continue to sell out. I guarantee it. Bluetooth Blade says, give me the purple nurple. Well, I mean, if you twist my hand. I might. Rebel Rouser says, can you put up a link to the Fireball? I haven't seen it. You know what? I don't think it's listed anywhere. Maybe it's on Instagram. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. DVO Fireball. I know that there's been some protos rolling around, but the ones you really got to see are the ones, are the production versions. Lefty has shared some pictures with me. I was telling him how much I was enjoying this. He's like, oh yeah, did you see the Fireball's coming out in October? And it's so good. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It's got to be around here somewhere. DVO Fireball. Okay, you know what? This will work. Maybe not. That's an actual video. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up just a picture of it. No, nope. Come on, images. DVO Fireball. You know what? Maybe we'll just go to Instagram. How about that? Yeah, we'll just go to Instagram. Hold on. Screen share. Here we go. So this is the Fireball that he's showcasing right now. I think that's the Dunes camo carbon or the Black Pearl. But so one of the things that I think is really cool is the fact that they did an integral style backspacer. I love that. And it's got this diamond texturing on that. I believe that is titanium. It's a really aggressive sheep's foot looking blade with a deployment window. I like the pivot. I like the fact that pivot is a triangle. I don't know why. That does it for me, but they're going to be doing it, of course, in different camo carbon fiber versions, which is really cool. I love that with the satin pivot collar. That's nifty. I think that they're going to have a version in purple. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I think they're also going to have a version in 80s, which if they don't, that's a mistake. Obviously, we know that they're going to be doing that one which is they're going to call the Black Pearl, no doubt. It looks great though. And that is the collaboration with Nick Stasa and DVO. And I think that it looks like they did a pretty bang up job. I'm a huge fan of that kind of backspacer. I love the design on the pivot. I like the fact that it's a kind of an open design as far as ergos are concerned. And I really like that blade shape. So that's why I'm excited about it. I think the satin pivot collar is definitely the way to go though. So they're going to have different versions. I'm pretty sure these are all prototypes, but I could be wrong. The Fireball looks good. Hey, while we're here on the screen share, let's go ahead and go to the members only Discord. Check it out, guys. All right. So we got a couple live stream featured questions. Knife Plebe, I think we already addressed yours about the Tyconic T1. We've also got one from Louie. Louie says, I like to sharpen Nitro V the best, then eat some raisins. That way I have the iron to sharpen the 14C. That's not a question, Louie, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it. The Pons replies to that with, raisins are just grape jerky. Disgust. Why did I know that would be waiting for me? I knew it. All right, let's go ahead and check out some of these pocket checks. Let's do it. Boom. All right, so I'm going to scroll up and we will do today's pocket checks. If you want to know what I carried today, I already mentioned it. Carried this guy, the TRM Bulldog, new model from TRM. It's great. Another knife that I carried today, I did a kind of an American-made carry. Boom, this guy. This is the Heretic Knives Wraith V4 with the glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber and the tritium button in MagnaCut. In DLC MagnaCut, this is an awesome knife. That's what I carried today. Let's see what everybody else carried. All right, we're going to scroll up. Starting with Mark P. He's carried the Sage 5 and Rex 121 with the Parson Bladeworks scales. He got the setup that I wanted. Look at that. I knew it would look great. I knew it, Mark. That looks fantastic. I'm so glad that you did that because that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't because I was trying to be responsible. Looks great. Looks great. I'm glad somebody did so that I could see a good photo of that build. Love it, man. Jim Miller's coming in hot with an all CDC collaborations. The CJRB Hector, the Vosteed Corby, the Wade Knife and Tool Manifold. Check that out. Looking good, Jim. Now I want some donuts. I like it. I actually really like that the look of that fixed blade too. The manifold. That looks great. You can tell that manifold gets a lot of carry time too. We're going to go ahead and, yeah, that's some fire. Craig Vincent's got a table full of knives. Check that out. We'll zoom in on the flower pot. Hold on. I'm trying to see what all of these are. I believe that's a AD10. Is that a Spyderco Paramilitary 2? Ontario Rat. And is that one a Demco? Do you have a Demco hanging out under there? I'm trying to check it out. I'm getting distracted by the flowers though. All right. Hold on. We got to scroll back up here. Bluetooth blades. It says too many to mention. Take a look at that. So I see a couple Neutron 2s. I see a Mannix 2, a Paramilitary 2, a 3-inch. Actually, no, that is a 3.5 inch. My bad. A 3.5 inch XM18 with the Horsehead Hinder tie scale. The full zirconium Shaman, love it. Oil slick Shaman, looks great. The two-tone microtech ramlock stitch. That is the PMP. I know this one. It's the PMP Aries. And then these two at the top. I forget the names. I forget the names. I think the one at the... Nope, I'm not going to try. The one at the very top is a Max Ace that I've seen before, but I cannot tell you the model name. Disappointment. Drinkwater's carrying a couple good ones. He's got the Spyderco Subvert, the Spyderco McBee, and what is this one in the middle? I feel like I should know. I should know. Looks like Rainy's carrying a couple good ones today. She's got the Natural Clear Auto Stitch. Love it. Carrying the Jack Wolf Low Drag. It's got a Barrel Fulcrum. I'm not 100% positive on that fixed plate, though. Drawing a blank on the fixie. One Sneaky Bee. He's got the Kunwu Padre. A slip joint, which I'm not familiar with. Tactile turn. Olight Baton. And I'm blanking on the knife on the far right. And then, of course, the Exceed Designs Tyrant. Very nice. Knife Nut 69's coming in hot with the Medford Marauder Slim Midi. There's a couple Medford models that just look the same to me. I believe that's a Slim Midi. Or is it a Marauder? I'm not sure. Is the Marauder the Slim Midi? I don't... I don't know. Eddie's carrying a... Oh, that's the High Water... is that the High Water Estuary? Is that what they call that one? That's an American-made button lock. The Ponds checking into a hotel carry. You got to have the UV to make sure I don't have to check the back. When you have a flashlight with UV, particularly because you travel into hotels frequently. Looking good. Check that out. That is a clean bed. They did you right. They did you right. And then, of course, Knife Plebe. Oh, nice. We got a Pew Pew in that carry. Very cool. And then, of course, the Vosteed RS Chaos. Love that one, man. That's the same one that I had that I sold. And that I wish that I hadn't sold. Nice carry. I dig it. Let's see what's going on in the knife yard sale. People sell stuff here. Let's see. All right. Drinkwater's got a Cold Steel 8010 in S35 yen for $100. That's a pretty good deal. Looks like it's a pretty decent condition too. Very nice. Box and clip, of course. Drinkwater had two knives for sale. Or, excuse me, had a Neptune OTF for sale. And then the Magic Blade. And they both sold. Or, excuse me, it's the Neptune OTF in Magic. OTF in SLD Magic. It's sold. I read SLDs like sold. Are there two knives here? Why am I so tired? I don't know. Mr. Eddie's got a knife sale going on. He's selling a ZTO 393 GLCG carbon fiber scale for $220. He's got a ZTO 561 tie and 20 CV, no box, $230. An AM8 Prayert 2 in S90V for $130. That's not bad. Lion Steel Rock and M390 for $300. Benchmade Arcane in S99V. I've never heard of that steel. You mean S90V in for $175? Benchmade Mini Osborne Gold Class for $500. A Microtech SOCOM Elite Auto Factory Second for $280. Spyderco Subvert 20 CV for $375. A Flytanium Arcade in S35 yen for $150. A Kaiser Veritas S35 for $150. And a Vero Engineering Synops and M390 for $300. That's a lot of knives you're selling, Mr. Eddie. Damn. But he's got pictures of all of them. Right on. Let's see. Darkwater Actual says, I'm looking for a Vosteed mini psyop if anyone wants to move one. Hold on. Love this guy. The Vosteed mini psyop, great knife. Fantastic knife. Absolutely love it. I think they're actually available though. I think you can go and get one on Vosteed's website. The fact that you don't see these a whole lot on the secondhand market is an indicator that people really do enjoy them. All right. And I think that'll do it for the knife yard sale. All right, guys, I've been monologuing. We're going to go ahead and go back to the chat. All right. Hold on. Hold on. You know what? We're just going to drop to the bottom. Why not? Knife Bleep says, that's why you don't look at the feature live stream questions anymore. Do it. You guys want me to, if you want to ask me a question that you want me to answer in the live stream, pop it in there. I promise that I will at least try to check those. Miranda says the fixie is the MKM Macro 2. Oh, okay. Right on. It looks good. All right. NFK20 says, I want that Kaiser deckhand and Mexican blanket and so I can get the pendant and bead. The Kaiser deckhand. All right. You know what? Back to the screen share we go, because I'm not familiar with the Kaiser deckhand. Kaiser deckhand. Here we go. Okay, it's a little fixie. I see you. Deckhand. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. This is the one we're talking about. Sold out, of course. Of course. It was an exclusive Mexican blanket micarta. Okay. Little EDC fixie. I'll tell you what. If I'm going to carry an EDC fixie, it's going to be the Axial Alpine. The Axial Alpine and MagnaCut is fantastic. This guy is absolutely a knife I can recommend for people who like EDC fixed blades. It's great. It's really great. Made in America, titanium handle scales. You can get the scales that have carbon fiber inlays. It's really nice. Excellent cutting geometry. This is slicey. This is slicier than most of my pocket knives. And it's an EDC fixed knife. I got the pull the dot loops on here because I like doing an appendix carry on this. Like I'm not using my pocket for a fixed blade. So I got to put the pull the dot loops on these, and it's great. Right over the belt buckle, or you can do it in scout carry. It's really good. Really, really good. Probably my favorite fixed blade all year. Axial Alpine. If we're talking about fixed blades, for me, it's going to be this all day. All right. While we're here, let's see. I haven't done any window shopping in a while. Let's see what's out there. We'll go to DLT. There's got to be some good stuff. I haven't checked in a minute. There's got to be some good stuff. Okay. The Defiant 7 Servo. I've heard mixed reviews on these. It is flipper only. It is $400, but it's also titanium and not 20 CV. I'm sorry, 204p. I do like that blade shape a lot. I just kind of wish that they'd given us a thumb stud. Shout out to all the knife modders out there. $400, all titanium, flipper only, 204p. You don't see Carpenter 204p very much anymore. Not that you ever saw it a whole lot. It's just, a variant of M390 or 20 CV that you just don't see. Microtech used to do a bunch of CTS 204P. Yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking. Drops. Do we have any new drops? The Herman Knives B and Dragonfly. Ooh, looks like we got some of the newer versions of the McNeese PM Mac 2 Gen 2s. Let's check out these Hermans first. Oh, those are expensive. I kind of wish that I hadn't. $1,300, folks. $1,300. I want one. Not for $1,300 though. What about these? The PM Mac 2 Gen 2s, the PM Mac 2 3.5 Gen 2s. The one that I really like is this guy right here with the frag milling. That's the one that I prefer. These with the frag milling always sell out first though. They do every single time. They sell out immediately. That's cool though. I like it. And let's see, what else do we got here? Oh yeah. That looks good. The fastback milling. I like it. Same price. Okay. So this is one of their newer inlay styles. It's got bronze atomic titanium with wine rich light inlay. The golf ball. $610 for rich light inlays. I wonder, does anyone have a PM Mac 2 with the rich light inlay? Is it worth it? I don't know. Especially considering that you can go ahead and get one of these for $535. That's just the straight titanium. So you could save yourself what, $70 and get just the titanium, and I'm sure that one's great. Is the rich light worth it? I don't know. I have no idea. Look at this one with the maple rich light inlay. Okay, that does look pretty cool. I'll admit, the maple rich light does look pretty sweet. A PM Mac 2 is in my future. How soon in my future? I have no clue. All right. One that I've been checking out a lot lately has been American Edges or American Edge. Did you know that recently Spyderco re-released the Centofonte 3, but in crew wear for $262? And then, of course, they've got the budget Demco Shark Cub. Upcoming drops, some Chuck Jadritis stuff. Okay. New. What's new? I'm not seeing anything that's calling. That's cool. Here's a Gen 2 McNeese. Look at that anno. That's crazy, man. Okay, so that was one of their custom shops. Makes sense. Medford USMC Fighter Flipper, $935. Damn. All right. Back to the chat. Okay, Drinkwater says the middle one was a little native Warncliffe with the Rips Garage Tech tie scales. I I haven't really seen a whole lot of those Warncliffe little natives. I really haven't. That might actually be a first. Knife Nut 69 says, for $400, I don't think so. We're talking about the servo. I just wish that it had a thumb stud. I think that if it had a thumb stud, it'd be killer. And it would be an easy decision for a lot of people. Hey, Wicked Dreams. Welcome into Wicked Dream Design. Shambo, good to see you, man. Hope everything's going great with your evening. He says the nefarious is calling you, brother. I've been thinking about that knife a lot, and I would really like to check it out. So if the offer still stands, hit me up, man. I would definitely love to get it on the channel. Absolutely. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, the Wicked Dream Designs Nefarious is, in fact, open for pre-order. The pre-order is open. Check them out on Instagram, Wicked Dream Designs. Check them out on TikTok, same thing. If you are interested in a really cool, unique Tanto blade with what I would consider to be a reverse Spanish tip razor configuration, which I think is really cool, Wicked Dream Designs, check them out. Absolutely. And I hope your pre-order is going well, too. Bluetooth Blade says, McNeese is awesome. I want one someday. Me too. I'm just very impatient. Wicked Dream Design says, yeah, of course, I'm still waiting for the prototypes to come back to me and I'll hit you up for an address. Absolutely. Let me know. I'm happy to make a video on that whenever. Absolutely. Bluetooth Blade says, from bottom to top, Neutron 2 Atom. Oh, okay, I thought they were two Neutron 2s. They look similar. Neutron 2 Atom, Rex 45 Manix 2, K390, Para 2, XM18 3.5-inch Harpoon Spanso S45 with the horsehead scale, 15V Shaman Zerk everything, two-tone stitch, PMP Aries, and ADV Pit Boss 2. Nice. It was the top two that I had the most issues with. I mix up a lot of Max Ace knives. Casey Baker, thank you for being a channel member, says, I was wondering the same thing. Even with the $10 Ozark Trail, we saw people scalping. How big an issue will this be with these YouTube knives? I have no idea, man. I refuse to pay scalpers anything. I don't care if it's a super rare knife that I've been hunting for forever. I'm not going to support scalpers at all. And I think everyone else should have the same mentality, because every time you cave and you say, you know what, well, it's worth it to me to get this knife that I cannot get otherwise. Every time you do that, the reason why you can't get it otherwise is because all of those scalpers out there are the ones that have bot purchases set up. So they have these programs that will automatically buy it faster than you can. And that's why these sell out in 30 seconds. That's why cart sniping happens. And so what happens is these scalpers, they set up the bot purchases, their programs, and they buy out everything. And then they're the only market for it. And so they can turn around and resell it and make a big profit. And when people cave and they say, whatever, I'll just pay it, it's worth it to me, they're supporting the fact that these knives will always be out of stock as long as that's the case. And the only way to stop it is to stop buying knives from scalpers as a community. As a community, we need to draw the line in the sand. We need to make sure to hold that line too. I refuse to pay scalpers a freaking penny. They get nothing from me. Absolutely nothing. And far be it from me to tell another man what to do with his hard-earned dollars. But I will say this. If you are tired of the only game in town being the scalped knives on eBay, the best way to stop it is to vote with your dollars and not pay them a penny. Welcome into X Sailor 007 says the best way to get a McNeese is at a blade show. Interesting. Oh, Lefty Knife Guy says if everyone said no to scalpers, there wouldn't be any scalpers. That's what I'm saying. Hold the line. Don't pay scalpers a freaking penny. Bluetooth Blade says, Rollo, do you want to check out the Titanus? You know, I don't know. The Titanus is gigantic. I might. I like some big knives. It's true. I might want to check out the Titanus. Craig Vincent says, I saw that $10 Ozark trail on eBay for $50. I think that the scalpers got it wrong on that. Scalpers are not a part of the community, by the way. They're not. They are parasites. They're mosquitoes. They suck the blood of the community. They're ticks, okay? They're not a part of the community. They just suck the blood out of it. And I know they're not a part of the community because if they were, they would know that charging $50 for the $10 Ozark trail kind of defeats the purpose of what made it so popular to begin with. Is it great for $10? Sure. Is it great for 50? I don't know. $50. We're starting to get into some pretty darn good budget knife territory. That's how you know they missed the boat. MF Doomtree says, I hated how ridiculous secondary market started with the PM2 15 years ago. People paying more for a knife because it's the hit item. Yeah. Now, just to be clear, I'm not talking about people that are selling a $700 knife for $800 on Knife Swap. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the scalpers that will be sitting there waiting for every single Winter Blade release. And they'll buy everything out and then they will try to sell what was a $300 knife for $600. And people that pay those scalpers, they're creating the same problem. If we did not pay the scalpers, we wouldn't need to because there would be better availability. I'm getting off topic. All right. All right, guys. So I've got a lot of other work to do tonight. And so we are going to go ahead and call it a live stream. We're going to call it a night. Wanted to say thank you to absolutely everybody who joined in on tonight's live. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for joining in on the Discord. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing, for liking everything, for supporting the channel. We recently hit 9,000 subscribers. And that is all because of you. This channel would not be anywhere without the great support that you have shown it. Yes, it means a lot. So thank you guys so much for helping me reach that milestone. I haven't done a giveaway in a long time, but I will do one when we reach 10,000. And I'm going to be working to make it as big of a giveaway as I can, working with as many companies as I can to make it great as a way of saying thank you. 9,000 is really freaking awesome. I would have never guessed 2 years ago when I started this channel, if you had told me, Rolls, your channel will in fact make it past the 1,000 subscriber mark, I would not have believed you. I hoped, but I did not think that it would actually make it. So to all of you guys who continue to help me hit those milestones, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. Other than that, I will catch you on the flip side.